Welcome to Module 1 of the Ad Prescription Academy. You are in the right place to discover, peel away the mystery of marketing so that your message lands with the right audience at the right time and your marketing produces a return on your investment, return on your time, return on your efforts, and you can make the impact in the world that I know your heart desires. I'm Dr. Teresa. I want to know how many of you want to have a bigger impact with your marketing. Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yes, thank you. I'm Dr. Teresa, and for the next 35 minutes, we're going to dive deeper into how to analyze your competition. Because you know what? There's a lot of secrets there that can be revealed that you can use in your own marketing. We're going to use some AI tools. We're going to use some spreadsheets. Roll up your sleeves. Let's go. We'll go into presenter view here. Oh yeah, we're going to have a blast today. We've got an initial offer diagnosis we're going to go over. Until you know what your own offer is and how deep and clear it is, analyzing your competition is not going to do you any good. We're going to use some AI-powered tools, the AI-powered MRI, and we're going to validate that diagnosis that you came up with your initial offer and for your competitor's offer. Last, we're going to use an old-fashioned admin tool called SWOT. Used to stand for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Hold on to your hat. This one's going to be a little different. Initial offer diagnosis. Give me a 1 if you're ready to figure out your own offer, is it on target or not? Your offer, yes, if you have a lead magnet, that's an offer. If you have a sales page leading to an event, that's an offer. If you have a sales page for a paid product or service, that's an offer. We're going to focus on one of those today. So you're going to have the foundation to apply it to any type of offer that you have and your competitions. We're going to use a spreadsheet. I call it the competitor analysis. But you know what? As you see in this very first line here, it's you. It's your company's offer. And we've got some vital signs to look at because you've got to know your vital signs in order to make a proper diagnosis. Just like when you go to the doctor and they take your blood pressure, they take your pulse, they take your weight. We need some vital signs. There's 6 critical vital signs for us to look at. 4 of those are where we can really peel back the onion. Oh yeah, this is where it's like peeling back the bandage off an old wound, and you don't want to peel the bandage off. It can kind of hurt. Should we just rip it off fast, or should we just like take a real slow, little by little by little by little by little? Guess what? Who wants to do it fast? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to do it fast. Put a 2 in the chat if you want to do it little by little by little by little. We've got all 1s in there. Cool. So I want you to rip it off fast. When you rip it off fast, it makes sense. You can start to create a domino effect. If you've got that first vital sign and it clues into the second vital sign, that third vital sign should match. And if it doesn't, those dominoes aren't going to fall. They are out of alignment. Diagnosis becomes very difficult to make because you don't have all the vital sign information you need. That 4th vital sign, that's key. We're going to touch on that today, but our module 2, goes deeper into that. So our next module, module 2, your ideal audience. But for today, we're focusing on the competition. Oh, vital signs 5 and 6. Yeah, those are basically nuances that you need to know. Points of interest shouldn't be a big factor for you. There's a video coming up that I want to introduce you to. You may have already seen it, where you'll learn price isn't a big deal. So you're looking at the offer, and sometimes it can be broken down to something really, really, really basic. I help this person, could be a patient, could be a client, solve this specific condition using this treatment method. So think of it in terms of helping your ideal customer solve their pain point using your solution. You could look at it like that, or you could look at it like, Oh, I just gave you the QR code for the initial offer diagnosis. Okay, dive into this. Go ahead and grab that. I'm also going to put the URL in the chat for you, so you'll have that. And if you're listening to the recording, you will get all of these fantastic resources. What I want you to take a look at, open up your spreadsheet, put a 1 in the chat if you've got your spreadsheet open. Tell me, is your spreadsheet open? Is it nice, big, and cheery looking? Now you see the instructions are to make a copy first. That very first line, make a copy. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Everybody who has this is going to put their own information in there, and it's going to delete your information. Well, that's not going to do you any good. Yeah. You'll have offeritis at that point. Okay, so make a copy first. Vital sign number 1, the unique pain point. What's the problem that's being solved? What's the unique pain point? Okay, you're ripping off the bandage. What's causing the pain? What's causing the bleeding? What's causing your ideal client to read your ad, to look at your marketing? Maybe they've got something simple like, I just want to get some information about this right now. That's a great way to start with a lead magnet. Give them some information. Or they may be at the point where they're like, this problem is getting to be a little serious. You're like, well, no, you rip that bandage off and there's some festering around the wound and the skin's all red. Yeah, you need a little bit more than information. It's time to take some action. You may want to provide an event. Give the information with a solution that goes deeper for them. Or you can give them a checklist. Give them more information. Give them a list of supplies that they need, a list of tools that they need. You can give them something that, like a 3-day sales challenge. That kind of thing. Yeah, that really gives a lot of information and helps them cure that wound. Shows them what they need to do step by step by step. Or you can have a paid event and say, you know what? You've ripped that bandage off. You've got the wound is festering, got some white pus in there, skin's all right around it. And oh my gosh, it looks like it's starting to be deep. Yeah, time for the paid event. Get them in there. They're really, really, really having a problem. Have the paid event for them so you can really solve that problem. Go in depth with them, hold their hand. Maybe it's a 90-minute masterclass that you're going to charge a sum for. Maybe it's a 4-hour summit where you have multiple speakers come in. What is the pain? What's the level of the pain? This is what's really important. Your first vital sign is the key to making all the other vital signs fall into place. Fill it out for yourself first, and then who could think of, go ahead and put it in the chat. How many competitors do you think you have? How many competitors do you think you have? And if you say you don't have any, you haven't looked. Think of your competition. All you need to do is Google your service, Google your product, and your competitors will show up. And if you were to take the first one on that list, put their name in there where it says competitor number 1, and yes, we're going to start to do some solving based on their vital signs. That's where it gets fun. Woohoo! Who's ready for fun? Give me some jazz hands if you're ready for fun. Woohoo! All right, all right, all right. I see jazz hands. So AI is in your back pocket here. You have got some cool tools I'm going to provide for you that are going to, yeah, hold on to your hat. Yeah, this is going to get good. Well, first of all, we've got to know the different funnels, right? There's the free checkup funnel, the lead magnet that we talked about. Basically, you're getting some information, you're doing an intake, you're verifying their vitals. Yep, do they really have that problem? Give them a little bit more information. And you can have a follow-up email series that probably leads to a paid product, or it might lead to a meeting with you. That's pretty common with a sales funnel. Free lead magnet, book a call, make the sale. High ticket offers operate like this a lot. You might have some kind of event or seminar. You have a registration page for that. And then you add the actual webinar event, master class. Always have a good Q&A section. And if you're not sure what those Q&As are going to be, write them down ahead of time. Have them ready to rock and roll. And of course, you can have an offer during the master class or webinar and have a follow-up offer after that or a call. Now, here's the big Laguna. Direct treatment. This is where the paid products come in. Sales page comes in first. The sales page has a call to action and then a purchase. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'm pointing these out because I don't want you to grab a competitor that's not offering what you're offering. Let's say you are offering an event. Well, you don't want to analyze your event and then analyze your competitor's page that's a direct treatment. That's an apple and an orange. Okay. So put in the chat, how many of you have lead magnets? Let's start with lead magnets. Start with a lead magnet, build your skills, and then look at sales pages. So put in the chat, how many of you have a lead magnet? Yeah, everybody's got a lead magnet, right? Remember, every business should have at least 3? Yes. Okay. Oh, yep, apples to apples, lead magnet to lead magnet. That's right. That's right, Georgette. Okay. So, oh my gosh, who's heard of Eugene Schwartz? Raise your hand if you've heard of this guy named Eugene Schwartz. Yeah, good guy. 1966, he wrote the book Breakthrough Advertising, where he identified 5 levels of market sophistication or awareness. Also identified 5 levels where the audience is either aware or not aware of you. Who knew? You know, it's kind of like when you got the neighbor moving in next door and you're aware they're there, but you're not aware they're there. And then you start to say hi, you start to get to know each other, you learn their first names, and now you're really aware that they're there. And you're starting to learn more about them, and they're having some problems with their fence. They want to talk to you about, mutually rebuilding the fence between your 2 properties. Now you're kind of like at that 3rd level awareness. Because first you knew you had a new neighbor, and then you knew their name, and now you've got a problem to solve together. You're really getting to know each other. So the 4th level of awareness is, wow, putting this fence and rebuilding the fence between our 2 properties, we need some different solutions, and we've got to come up with a really mutually understandable game plan to solve this. So you're getting really in depth, really getting to know your neighbor, what makes them tick, what are they able to do to get the fence done, what are you able to do to get the fence done? So it's just like and then, well, let's take it to level 5 before I go down a rabbit hole here. Level 5 of awareness is, oh my gosh, you and your neighbor know each other so well after rebuilding this fence together. Yeah, you're hanging out in the backyard, having beers together. You're laughing and patting each other on the back. The kids are going to the game together. Yeah. 1 through 5. It's just like when you get to know your client and they're not aware of you yet, your ideal prospect for your service. And then they get to know you by name. And they're like, oh, is that what you offer? Is that what you do for me? Level 3. Level 4. Oh, how does this work? Can you help me? I have this problem. Will that tool help me with this problem? Level 5. Yeah, they are so grateful for you, and you know them by name. You know about their wildest hopes and dreams. And that lead magnet that you gave them is their first step to getting those dreams accomplished. So you have 5 levels there. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if this is starting to make sense. Put a 1 in the chat, starting to make sense. Okay. So get to know your client, 5 levels awareness. The market has 5 levels also. Okay. Yeah. This is what we just went through, 1 through 5. But here's the deal. We've got this fantastic video by Candace Lazar, where she talks about these 5 levels that the market goes through. We're not talking about the individual, your ideal client, your ideal prospect, that one sole person who's got a name for their client, for their ideal audience. I like to call mine Jenny. Because Jenny, when I'm talking to Jenny, I'm writing my emails to Jenny. Jenny and Bill. I have a female version and I have a male version. Jenny and Bill. Now, the market is different from the individual level. The market can go through its own levels of sophistication. Oh yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, in a second here. So this particular video by Candace Lazar is not only a recovering attorney, she's also a former copy chief for one of the planet's biggest marketers, Jeff Walker. She knows this stuff, does a fabulous presentation, and I'm going to give you the link for this. I'm not going to play it right now. I want you to listen to this when you're ready. It is part of your homework. Oh, homework. Oh my gosh. Put a Y in the chat. If you think you're going to learn all this in 35 minutes, no, it's like flying. You got to learn how to fly the plane. You got to fly the helicopter. You got to drive the car. You didn't learn how to drive the car by reading it in a book. You got in the car. You learned where the gear shifts were. You felt the pressure of the pedals. You learned if you turn the wheel just a little bit, you got only so far, but if you turn it really fast, you went really fast. It felt like you jerked your head around. You got to get in the car and drive it. So you've got some homework to get the feel for this. What I've done, I know we all learn differently. Who learns good from a video and who doesn't? Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you learn from a video, put a 2 in the chat if it's like, okay, I got you covered. You're going to get a link to this. These are the market sophistication characteristics for each of those levels 1 through 5. So for each of those levels, you do have a different characteristic. The first level, where they're minimally aware or unaware, problems recognized in level 2, level 3, they're getting a little jaded. Level 4, what the offer is kind of common knowledge by now. Level 5, utterly saturated and cynical. Now, I'm not going deep into this because I've got a special treat for you. Very special treat. Oh, yeah. I'm going to share with you links to an AI tool I've created that actually will analyze a competitor's page and show you what their market levels of sophistication are, what the patient's level of awareness are. And yes, it's also going to show you suggestions on how you can use your own tool to fill in the gaps that the competitor isn't addressing. There's probably other pain points that your audience has that your competitor isn't addressing. And shoot, I've run the tool a million times. I forgot to take screenshots to show you today, but I have those documents. Who knows how to put together a GPT? Okay, most of you do. Cool. If you don't, let me know and we'll do some instructions on that. But I'm going to give you the instruction document for your GPT and the knowledge document for your GPT. And if you don't want to make a GPT, I love using Gemini. I use the Gemini gems. Same concept. Instructions plus knowledge. And then take that first competitor and you give it the competitor's URL and it does this whole analysis for you. And it comes up with the opportunities for you based on that competitor's landing page. All right, good or good? Put a good in the chat if that's good. Give me a good. Woohoo! You know, there's a talk about AI making us dumber. And I don't think it's making us dumber because, yes, it's giving us the information that we thought we needed, that we didn't know. It's giving us information we didn't know we needed. But it's also cluing us into asking the right questions. If you didn't know to ask about the market levels, you wouldn't ask. So now you know to ask. And I'm giving you a way to ask. Woohoo! I can't wait to see what you come up with it with this one, because it's powerful. All right. So last, we're going to look at the SWOT, the diagnostic tool SWOT. This is for you. This is for you because, like I said, you've got to know yourself. Like Sun Tzu says, you have to know oneself first. Know thyself. Sun Tzu from the book, The Art of War. I think Socrates said it too. But anyhow, the SWOT diagnosis, I have the SWOT equivalent and then what I call the medical name for it. First, you've got your vital signs, the strengths. What's working? Is it your energetic pulse? Is it a clear USP? Is it strong audience trust? The vital signs. What's working for you? Like if you were to look at your landing page and you could put it through the diagnostic tool using the GPT, you could put your own landing page through that. What's working there? You could put it through. What's weak in there? And this is not only just for landing page, the SWOT tool, it's also for your own business. Like if you have a lead magnet, do you have a good welcome email sequence to go with that? I have a client right now, she needs a 30-day email sequence. Do you know how long your email sequence should be? Put in the chat. How long is your welcome email sequence? 3s. Oh, you don't have one yet. Better get on that. Okay, cool. So the O in SWOT, you have your vital signs or your strengths, your symptoms or your weaknesses. And then next, you have your alternative treatments or your opportunities. Your alternative treatments, these are where the gaps are. This is when you come up with the idea nobody else has come up with. This is when you look at your competitor's page and go, well, how come they didn't do it like this? Yeah. What's an underserved niche? Like my services are for coaches and consultants. I have to find a very small niche in there that hasn't been served. Yeah. What? Okay. Is there an underserved niche for you? Who thinks they've got an underserved niche? Put a Y in the chat if you think you have an underserved niche you can go after, that you can serve, that you can impact, that you can feel satisfied to have provided them the best service ever and help them grow with your services and products. Yes. Oh, I see a couple question marks. As we go through this Ad Prescription Academy, these are the things we're going to be peeling back the onion on. Is maybe there is an underserved niche that you're not aware of. Next, in our next module, when we go through the audience, it might reveal itself. I love it. The last thing we're going to look at is the threats. These are the contagions. In the medical world, the contagions can destroy anything and everything. Remember the guy with the open wound? There was contagions in there. Oh, he was getting an infection. We have to look at, see if do you have any infections? Do you have any viruses in your game plan there? I hope not. I hope not. So next steps in AI homework. First thing, complete your initial offer diagnosis. That's where you take a look at your own offer and then use the AI tool and analyze one key competitor's landing page. You got to put the tool together. I apologize. You know what? I've been doing it in a gym. You know what? I'm going to put it together in a GPT. I know I think I can share the GPT. I'll find out for you. Okay. Validate and refine the Schwartz level assessment. Watch Candice Lazar's video. It's going to be in the school community. If you're not already in the school community, you need to be in there. Let me know if you need the link for that. The fourth homework item is to complete your SWOT analysis. Give this some thought. Set aside half an hour a day and think, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where's my opportunity? And what are my threats? This, my friends, is the beginning of your success. I'm so excited for you. Who's excited? Woohoo! Who's excited? Give me some jazz hands. Give me some woo 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 woo. Yeah, I see a couple party icons. Nice. Nice. Okay. So thank you for being here. Remember, we are going to have our Q&A session next. So bring your questions, and all the instructions for everything will be in the school community for you, along with the links. And I am going to say goodbye for now. Thank you very much for being here. And I'll see you in the school community.